Alright, so YouTube video summary of my essay. Um, well, off your points, hardships in the research process. Hardships. Figuring out what was a primary source and what was a secondary source was a hardship for me. I wasn't very good at figuring out the differences between primary sources and secondary sources. Um, for some reason, I thought a lot of my secondary sources were primary sources, but turns out they were not. Took a lot of research to figure that out. Um, what have I learned? I learned that you do have to rely on finding primary sources. It does matter. I mean, your secondary source, you may think it's a primary source, but it's not. And I've learned where to look, how hard to look, the things I'm looking for in order to find out whether it is a primary or a secondary source. Do I now hate or love my source? I wouldn't say that I hate it, but I wouldn't say that I love it either. Um, my source was about a guy who was in the gold rush and was a miner, and he basically was just writing a letter to his wife back home, telling her the things that are going on, um, and telling her just the things that he's going through and what he's got to pay for and like what people are finding and how things are going, because everyone across the world was curious at the time what was happening in California, how was all this gold being found, and where, and people were interested to know what it was like for the people living there trying to find gold. Skills learned, that would be the primary source skills, and also reading in between the lines is what you called it. Like contextualization, stuff like that. Close reading, which I think I got a pretty good hang about, or pretty good hang on close reading and how to do that. What I felt good about my paper was short. It was short a page, and if you're including the works cited, if not, then it was short 2 pages. I didn't mean to make my essay that 6 page with one line on it. I know that's total BS, but I mean, it wouldn't let me drop it up into the other page, so that's the only reason that's there. I'm not trying to make my page look like it's 7 pages or anything, because I know that's stupid. But overall, I feel my paper covered the things I needed to cover, and I feel like I went in depth about my paper and about my event. Um, so, I mean, I understand it's not the length, I guess, that was put. It wasn't fully 7 pages, but I feel that I did cover what I needed to cover, and I feel like I gave you a good insight on what you were looking for in that paper. Um, and the development of your supporting points and minor thesis. I came up with those by reading my primary source and going based off of the things, because my historical question was the gold rush good for California's economy and for their population? Um, and so I basically found my supporting points through my question. I read my primary source, the letter, and I found things in there that would help me better explain what my historical question was asking for. So things about the economy, things about the population, stuff like that. And that's how I developed my supporting points and minor theses. Um, but yeah, that's my History 1 video summary of my California Gold Rush essay for Laura Guardino's class.